Welcome back, guys. Last week I was telling you about my boyfriend, the nice guy, Will. So let's just jump into it and get into some more cringe. While he was gone taking his hunting trip, we were talking about happy adult fun times. Read between the lines. If you have to ask what that is, you might be a little too young for my channel. And what would your mother say about that? So the date was set for whenever he came back. And I have to set the picture. It was still winter time at this time. And he took me out to eat to this really nice place. And of course, we went back to my place. One of the beautiful luxuries of living in Florida is I don't have to use heat. I can get away with it. It might be a little chilly in my house, but you can put some socks on. So we go back to my bedroom and start heating things up. Now, again, I will not get into detail about what happened. Let's just say it wasn't fun. And it was probably one of the worst adult play dates I've ever had. Will blames this on it being cold. That wasn't the problem. You know that scene in Seinfeld where he says, "But I was in the pool"? That's what he tried to pull on me. That wasn't the case. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't leave much time for cuddling. Right after we got done, I tried to get him to leave because I had an early doctor's appointment and I needed to be up early. So I'm trying to get him to leave, but all he wanted to talk about was what this means now and what we mean to each other because we just made love and, I should be able to tell him that I love him and da 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 da. I'm not joking. It took me an hour to get him to leave. I begged him to leave because I had a doctor's appointment I absolutely couldn't miss. He got mad at me because I put myself in this position and eventually he left. Not happy, but he left. I go to bed and end up sleeping through my doctor's appointment. Why? Because he only gave me 3 hours to sleep. Well, we keep going out, and he keeps trying to find excuses to come over to my place. I don't want to repeat, so I keep finding excuses for him not to come out. Then my shower head broke, and he wanted to fix it. Not just fix it, but buy me a new shower head. And he took me to the store on one of our dates. I picked out a cheap $7 one. Well, he was trying to get me to pick out the $80 one, telling me how much his grandmother loved it because now her showers are so much longer. And I'm an open minded person, so, fill in the blanks. Yeah, guys, he was telling me about how he knew that his grandmother pleasured herself. I got the $7 one to his protest and told me that he would have paid for it if I picked out the $80 one. He got so mad that I picked out the cheap one that he made me pay for it myself. And now he told me that he was going to install it. Oh God, man, I was in so deep. I was drowning. So we get back to my place, and I told him, "You install it, you leave. I can't have you staying here. I have things I have to do tomorrow." He got so mad that I wouldn't let him stay at my place. When he heard that I was putting a time limit on how long he was going to be there, he got mad. He didn't understand why I didn't want to have another adult play date again. I just said that I couldn't, that I was down for maintenance. But he didn't realize it was going to be for the whole rest of the relationship. I didn't know how to get out or what to say to this person that had been nice to me. Now I'm here alone in my house with this person who is not taking rejection well. He is getting really upset because I won't have another adult play date with him. And I don't know what to do. I've never had this problem before. What do you do in a situation like that? Eventually, he does storm out of my house. And let's just say he was less than happy. I understand. I kind of do. So it was getting close to the beginning of the end of our relationship, and I was asked a test question. I did not know that's what it was at the time, but I was getting tested on how important he was to me. I am the follow your dreams, do what's best for you kind of person. I will be there for you to cheer you on, as long as it's something that makes you happy. He told me about this job he was offered in Colombia, spraying illegal farms. He said that he would be there a few weeks out of the month and would make a ton of cash, but it was dangerous, hence all the money. I said go for it if that's what he wanted to do. He asked me, wouldn't you miss me? I said, yeah, but if it was something that he really wanted to do, then go ahead and do it. This made him mad because I was telling him that I wanted him to possibly get shot and die. Yeah, I wasn't going to win no matter what I did. So, our last date, we went out to eat. And halfway through dinner, I realized I couldn't be with him. I couldn't have him as my boyfriend, and that I needed to end it that night. It was a bunch of little things over a course of the few weeks, but what made it clear as day to me was his table manners. They were the worst I'd ever seen on a person, and I wouldn't want to have another play date with him. And to be honest, I didn't really like him that much. When I was with him, I didn't have fun. I was always defensive. I was always wrong. I didn't want to be with somebody like that. After dinner, I asked him to bring me back to my car because he met me at one of my volunteer jobs. And he got mad again. And on the way to my car, he was yelling at me, saying that he wanted to take another trip and that he wanted me to use his car. Yeah, remember that story that I told you about his previous girlfriend? About how he tracked her in his GPS in his car? So I said no, I was fine with my own car. He told me that it would be full of gas and it would save me some money. Just fill up my gas tank if that's what you want to do. Yeah, what he was trying to do was trap me. Trap me to see where I went whenever he wasn't around. Yeah, I wasn't all about that. I wouldn't have another play date with him. And if you can't trust me, I'm not going to stay with you. I'm not going to stay with a person who can't believe me. When I'm with a person, I give them my all. And I try to break it off. And I told him that I just wanted to be friends, that I wasn't what he wanted. And then he turned ugly. I was told that I was not being nice enough to him and that I had to give him my body. He had a nice car and he had money, so therefore he had what I wanted, and I wasn't allowed to disagree with him. I did disagree with him very, very loudly, and I told him to never contact me again. And this is all while we were driving back to my car. As soon as I got in the parking lot, I jumped out of his car and drove away. I jumped in my car and drove away as he's screaming at me. The next day, he wrote a long Facebook post about how he can't find a nice woman and attacked me how I couldn't make him happy. I sent a long text defending myself. Why? I just felt like I needed to. Do I think that I saved myself an abusive relationship? Yes. Did I get out of an abusive relationship? Yeah. He doesn't have to physically touch you to be abusive. Talking down to you, belittling you, manipulating you, it's all abuse. And whatever you do, please do not stay in a relationship like that. It's not worth it, no matter if they have all the money in the world. Now, this wasn't the last time that I had talked to him. I will put that in another video. But this was my one and only relationship with a nice guy. What did I learn? Don't let Jack pick my friends. And also to be more careful about who I date. If I can't talk to a guy about happy adult fun times, if he's that much of a prude that he can't talk about it, then I don't need to waste my time. I also learned to be careful about taking gifts. Gifts are not free. Something is expected in return, no matter who you are. So, this is the end of me dating the nice guy. If you like this drawing, just let me know. They're all for sale. And subscribe to my videos for more tales of my crazy life.